listeners this morning. And I also thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell my side of the story. Yes, on the 11th of July 2025, there was a rerun of election in some few polling stations in Ablekuma North. That's about 19 polling stations. On Thursday morning, I was in Kumasi for a funeral. So my former colleague, a sister and a friend who is a kiII and also the candidate for the Ablekuma North constituency in the election, called me that if I could come and be with her as a sister just to motivate her. Initially, I resisted as I was in Kumasi. And the election was to be on Friday. I was also there on Thursday. But I didn't know when I could get to Accra and even come and join it. I wasn't going to give her an assurance. I'm able to get to Accra. Fortunately for me, I was able to come on the Friday early in the morning. Then I drove straight to Ablekuma. On getting to a constituency, I think I will see traffic lights. On my immediate right, I saw one of the polling centers, which is Chuni polling center. I went there. NPP was standing somewhere. NDC was also there doing their own thing. I greeted them. I entered into the center, greeted the security personnel, and went to the electoral officers and greeted them too. I spent about 15 minutes there, then I left to another center. So in all, I did about 5 centers. So it was the 6th center that I met. I met, but the last one, which is the 5th center, I met Mustafa Mandi there. And we were all interviewed together by TV3. And we were teasing each other. They were saying they were going to win. I said, unless maybe we do some magic, and we tease each other, and we all left. And actually, from the first polling center that I started, wherever I got to, our people were complaining of some logistics and other things. And I've also gone for election before. And I know if people start complaining like this, then if you don't give them that support, they wouldn't be able to do what you want them to do. So I pushed them. I gave them money. They said they needed fuel and other things. So I gave them everything. Then where I met Mustafa, there was another part with some money. Gave them to go and then bring out the voters. But I even sent one lady who is a consultant from the Volta region. I even sent it as far as this secondary school, secondary school, to bring some twins to come and cast their votes. After which I went to the Methodist Center. When I went there, Sami Awuku, Miracles Abuaji, Mustafa Bandi, they were all there and they were still doing interviews. So we stood there for some time and then we decided to leave. Just as at the time we were leaving, then Sami said, but the Akua Newman was there alone. And I said, if she's there alone, then I cannot leave her. I'll be with her. So I decided to come back into the center. And when I was entering, the police said no. They wouldn't allow me to go. And I said, my colleague's sister is there. And I want to go and be with her to keep her. I will soon leave. I wouldn't be here for whole day. And they said, okay. Then they wouldn't allow me to go in with anybody. But I was moving with my security. They said, no, nobody was going to follow. Not even my aide, who is a woman. I said, fine, then they should be out there. That will go. I never anticipated there was going to be any issue. So I went in about 10 minutes, I was standing with Dakua Newman, or less than 10 minutes. We were having a chat. Myself, Dakua Newman, and Samuel Brian Boabe. The three of us were standing there with three security personnel behind me. 2 ladies and a gentleman. But the other lady was in a mufti. So if you look at the video, you see a lady standing behind me in an orange dress, set top, light orange, and I think deep trousers, orange color. She was behind me. So I said, why are you not in a uniform but in a mufti? And he said, she's undercover. Then I smiled, continued my conversation with Dakua Nima. And a few seconds, then we heard siren, motorbikes bump into the polling center. And when they got down, immediately they got down, they held someone and started slapping the person. But I said, is it because of that person that they came by? After beating the person up, then I heard my name out there in Hausa. In Hawa Koomson, Nantaki. It means, where is that Hawa Koomson? Then one shouted, Gata Sayuchiki. It means that says standing in there. The moment the person said that says standing in there, and they pulled the police officers aside and came directly. So when they were coming, I was initially confused because I said, why would they ask of my name? And why are they looking for me? What is it? So when they were approaching, I saw one having, I think it was a knife or so, something. So I got scared. And about 5 of them, if you don't leave here, today will be your end. We'll kill you today. And they were just shouting. And that was the end, my brother.
Well,
it wasn't that I had a fight with anybody. There was no confrontation. There was no provocation. Nothing. Nothing. I was just there with Dakua Nima. And they came directly on me to start beating me up. So I don't know whether it was what I started doing from the training center encouraging my people to go out. To go in and bring out the voters to come and cast their vote for our parliamentary candidate. They saw me as a threat. If I stayed there, I was going to disturb them. And so they wanted me out of the place. But you could have just asked me to leave, and I'll leave quietly, not to beat me, because I haven't done anything wrong. Well, that's all that I remember.
Right. We saw in the reportage a video of you essentially taking steps backwards, facing a bunch of men who were walking quite menacingly towards you, but you then reached forward holding something in your hand and sprayed. Would you share with us what that was?
Yes. Just about a year, 1 month ago, my son was stabbed in Kasua at a polling center. You remember this incident? My biological son, my first child, Hawa Koomson.
Yeah.
And by God's grace, God saved it for me. And I'm someone who always protect myself, because I know we have evil ones. But when I'm even going to the market, I make sure I have something on me to protect myself, because I don't know what will happen there. Wherever I move, I have something on me. And that substance was pepper spray. I'm not afraid, and I'll have to say it. If not for the pepper spray, I would have been killed by now. Because when they were coming to me, and the guy that was holding the object that I said a knife could have hit it or even done anything to me. And you saw the way they beat Chris up. That was the way they were coming on me. But for the pepper spray, when I sprayed, it deterred them and they had to go back. Then from nowhere, there was this Spider-Man who just threw himself directly on me and I was down. And when I was trying to get up, there was another guy who came to stamp my wrist. And that is where I'm suffering now. It touched me 2 times. So if you look at the video, when I was getting up, I went down and then another one before I rolled to the other side. Yeah. So how can you fight a lady like just a woman? And I keep asking myself that those guys, do they have mothers? Do they have sisters? Do they have daughters? Even do they have friends who are female?
What went through your mind? What?
When even my son, who was tapped last year, he's even older than you. It means I can give birth to you, Basitele. You are just 32 years. My son is 33 years. I've not done any. I've not even had any. I've not even met you one-on-one before, Basitele. And you see, those that came, I was able to identify some of them. And about 3-4 of them he moves with, they move with the incumbent MP in Kaswa. Those guys, the one who was having the audience, he moves with the incumbent MP. I'm sure he comes from Nima area or something. I've never had any interaction with them. So how on earth can you just plan to come and kill somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother, somebody's daughter, somebody's sister? Why?
Now, Miss Koomson, when the gentleman or the man made contact with you and you fell to the ground, at that point, what was going on in your mind?
I'm not sure I thought of anything. I was only trying to save myself. Do
you think you were targeted specifically, or it was just a coincidental?
Oh, no, but the way they even asked my name, simple tells you that I was targeted. Because when they got in after slapping that gentleman, I don't know who they slapped out there. But when they asked, where is she, Hawa Koomson, my name was asked, but I mentioned specifically. If you get the video, if you don't even understand Hausa, you hear the name of Hawa Koomson in the video. So it tells you that it's a targeted something. They came there purposely because of me. You understand? But it wasn't that there was any fight, that someone was coming and no, there wasn't any fight. If you ask the police officers, they will tell you. And if you look at the picture, the video, I was standing there with Dakua and my hands were in my pocket.
Yeah.
When they were even coming initially, and I was like, I didn't know whether they were coming on me or whatever they were coming. Until when I heard them instructing me to leave the place, then I started going backward. I said, oh, so if people are coming on me. And the only thing I could do that moment was to defend my life. So nobody should say that. I hear people saying their own story that I started praying. Am I a mad woman? Please. Even a mad woman, if you don't cause her, she wouldn't even do anything. I'm not mad. I'm not that terrible that wherever I get to, I'll start fighting. I think in the NDC, I'm a threat to them. So wherever I am and they see me, it irritates them because they know my capability. They know how I always give out my best. When I'm doing something, I do it to the best of my understanding and make sure that I get a result. So my presence in Ablekuma, that 200 votes that they said they were going to win with, they knew if I come there, I was going to reduce it. If we don't win, we will reduce the margin. And so they needed to get me out of the place. I was just a threat and targeted also.
Why do you think, I mean, beyond maybe your influence on the electoral fortunes on the day, why would you think you were targeted?
Dada. You know, when we went to Asun North, I don't know whether you ever heard or could you have Bakwa complaining about it. I didn't fight him, but I gave him close mark. And the community that I was that day, my information was that we used not to have votes in that community. But that day when I stood there, our vote over there appreciated. And so Okujeto Abakwa knew what I was going to do. And when he came, I was told he said it all over on the radio. They know Hawa Koomson, the way I speak to people, the way I can. I mean, and when it comes to campaign, my brother, I never lost my election in Kaswa because the NDC were after my life. That is why I left the seat quietly. If I had contested, I would have taken my seat back. But maybe at the end of the day, if I don't die, people would have died. And so when I saw that thing, I just decided to leave the seat for them. That lady never won. I've been a member of parliament in Autu Senior East since 2013. Until 2020, did you ever hear that Hawa Koomson has done anything in Kaswa? Never. Therefore, this evil lady and her so-called husband, when they came in, they gave me that tag. I'm a strong woman, very strong-willed woman. When I want to do something, like I said, I make sure I achieve my aim. Now in 2024, when I realized that they wanted to kill me, and they keep saying that I made my guys to kill them. If you say I've killed someone, you are in power. You have all the security authorities. Why don't you arrest me? Why don't you prosecute me? Then you give me that tag and say, I have killed someone's son. And so whoever meets me and see my presence in the polling center, they think I'm going to do my work. Why should that happen? But that's what people are saying. After the incident, they say, because they said I killed someone, that's why they want to come after me. But I am not very sure that that is the reason. Maybe this is the reason. Syria minister and the defense minister, that they have the power at their disposal. They should use it and get me arrested, prosecute me if truly I have done that. There should be an investigation. Police officers went to Kaswa to do investigation. They've done a lot and they know where the problem came from. Because me, the day of election, I never crossed the road in Kaswa. I mean, the main Winneba Kaswa Accra route, I didn't cross it to the other side. And that was what happened. None of my guys were there. Because we deployed some of our people, that's my constituency chairman, constituency executive, to go to the other side. Then I would be in the other area. And when I finish early, I will cross over. I couldn't finish when it was 5 p.m. So I have to rush back to my, let's say, polling center, the counting, because that's what I told. Since I started contesting as a member of parliament, I make sure I'm always at my polling center where I always cast my vote, which is just about 15 or 10 meters away from my house. Then I go and make sure that it's counted before I leave. I don't go anywhere. So that tag they want to put on me, I'm not going to take it. I've instructed my lawyer to take action on this issue. If they don't arrest me, they don't prosecute me, I will prosecute them.
Do you look back and think that maybe you would have preferred to have taken an alternative or made an alternative? Do you look back and think that on that day you probably should have stayed at home?
Never.
Will you go to Akwatia?
I will go to Akwatia.
Okay.
I have not regretted.
And I believe you've made a report to the police since the incident.
If I don't go to Akwatia, I'm not going to do any party work again. Because there will be a lot of elections in the country.
Okay.
And so do I have to stay away? No. I'll be in Akwatia by God's grace. I only pray that I'll be fully healed by then. But today I'm doing better by God's grace. Yeah.
Okay. You said you didn't lose your seat. I mean, what does that mean? That's a very deep statement.
I didn't do what?
You said you didn't lose your seat. You let it go peacefully.
Yes,
What does it mean?
Yes, they took it away from me. Because that day, the police headquarters that I used my personal money to put up in Kaswa to make properties are protected. That headquarters is a very big land lying beside it. That was where we said we were going to do the coalition because we wanted a state. And the tax the NDC brought in were more than 500. NDC has never done any, collected their figures in any election in Kaswa. It is my figures and that of the East. Then, surprisingly, that day by 7, 8 p.m., they were jubilating that they had won because they knew what they had done. When I got to the police station where we were going to do the coalition, they threatened me to leave. So my people had to push me into the car. When I was leaving, there were gunshots following me. And they said, if I win that seat, they were going to kill me. There are people who have come to confess to me how they got the seat. After they did that, they were not paid their money that they expected to pay. And I told them they should go and leave me alone. I'm not going to fight for anything. It's past and gone. And I thank God I have my life. And why they knew they could do that was that when they stabbed my son, I wasn't in the country. And I came back, I didn't react. And so they realized that, the dog is now asleep. So let us allow the sleeping dog to lie. But they realized if my son, my biological son, my first child, was stabbed to almost death, and I couldn't react, then it means I wasn't going to do anything in the 2024. And so they prepared, but they saw that I wasn't prepared. I decided to lie low because of what happened in 2020. And it's like my name was being mentioned too much in the country. I remember I was to go to Morocco for a program. And sometimes ministers, when they go, they give us attaching. And this was a lady who had read my profile and other things. And when the lady saw me, she was afraid of me. I said, why? Then when she fraternized with me for about 2-3 days, she saw, this woman is a very nice person. I tell you, the day I was leaving Morocco, the lady wept on the terminal. She came to Ghana to visit me. That was when she said, Madam, when I read your profile, I heard a lot of things about you. I told you you are such a Sarah. I didn't know you are such a nice person. I said, yes, that's the tag that I've been given to me. So I told myself, and I tell you, when you ask the people of Awutu Senya East Kaswa, they tell me, even when I go to church, 2024, it was preaching all over. I was just preaching peace. I was all over preaching peace. That they should let us go for this election peacefully. Because we have people to serve in the country. If they are all dead and gone, who do we serve? And so my opponent realized that no, this woman is not going to do anything. So she marshaled in her tag to come and take the seat away from me. So I never lost.
Okay.
If you ask them, she can't even tell you the margin. For if you realize for about 3 months or 2 months, people didn't even know who had won it. As that now, people still thought I'm the MP in Kaswa. And when I left the seat for her, look at what is happening in Kaswa. Even her own party people are not fed up with her and the so-called husband. They are there. People are calling. Even her own party people are doing press conference. They are fed up with them, the way they are running the system. That's not how our community was running the system in Kaswa. Every day I get people calling me, Hawa, would you come back to Kaswa? We still need you. I said, no. Already I told myself that after my 4th contest, I'm not going to make it. So I'm okay.
Right.
And by God's grace, I've decided to go for the National Women's Organizer.
How's that coming along? How is your campaigning for that position coming along?
Oh, I'm. We've not lifted the ban for campaigning. We are doing underground.
Okay.
So far, so good. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're grateful that you made time to talk to us, and we wish you a speedy recovery.
My pleasure. I know you've been trying to get me to the CB, and I keep telling you that until the ban is lifted, I'll come out and then tell the whole world my ambition and vision.
We'll be waiting
I
patiently.
Hold on to my promise.
Yeah.
I'll come to the studio and then we'll have a friendly chat.
That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
All right. That was the former Member of Parliament for Ewutu Senya East, Hawa Koomson. And she's said she's hoping to be the next women's organizer for the New Patriotic Party. And she will be campaigning fervently as soon as the ban on campaign is lifted, or the window is open.
It's opened.
Yeah, we're going to go into our big conversation. On my pace, no more free fuel.
Yeah.
Obian 24. Also can't fuel. We'll go into that conversation in a moment. Stay with us. This is the Voice of Our Land.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.